Ladies and gentlemen, we're so excited to have Elise Morris joining us today. She was from Ben Hagan's season of The Bachelor, then Bachelor in Paradise 2016, and the triumphant return to Bachelor in Paradise in 2022. And now she's got a little boy there. So how's life treating you?
Life is good.
It's it.
Mom life is crazy.
Yeah, yeah. How's mom life differ from the craziness of being on The Bachelor? Is it a whole different
Oh
level
God.
of chaos?
It's like two different crazies. This one's a good one. Like I just kind of feel like I don't know if I'm saying this right, but this is kind of like unconditional love. That one was conditional.
Yeah, a lot of most relationships are conditional in the sense that it's like everything's got a either it works out or it doesn't relationship wise. But
Yeah.
babies, like you're attached. That's yours. You're
Yeah.
yours, mom.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah. Now we left you in 2016 when you actually, I believe, self-eliminated, saying you were working on yourself.
hmm
How has that looked since then? It's been a long time.
I feel like you're always a work in progress. I realized that then. I was only what, 25? Damn, that was a long time ago. Um, so I mean, definitely I've worked on myself, but like there's always work to be done.
Yeah, you learn that it's a never-ending construction project.
Yeah, but
What
I'm
is
pretty proud. I'm pretty proud of where I've come in those years. So
you're one
for
of our
sure.
favorites because you put your
Oh,
heart out
thanks.
there. You kind of like you were very authentic when a lot of people are playing a part. It kind of we feel like we got to
Yeah,
see the real you. Did you feel that way
yeah,
watching your seasons back?
yeah. I mean, definitely. I was true to who I am, and I was never gonna let that happen. And I've never really changed since the show. Like I've been who I am. All my friends and family are like, "You're still the same." But I really own, just trying to showcase my life and what's real because I hate going to people's pages and seeing like what's actually really going on. That's not true.
Now you've discussed openly on your page the conditions of relationships not working out, including
Mhm.
while you were pregnant. What was the struggle like
Mhm.
being pregnant and dealing with just all the normal pregnancy issues and also maybe the issues of the support system?
Yeah, there was no support. That was a rough 8 months and I feel like he chilled me out for some reason. Like pregnancy made me very calm, so I handled it the best I could. But it was tough. Like just you felt when you know someone's there, but you feel so alone, you know?
Yeah. I felt
So,
such an urge to reach out to you because
mhm,
my mom left my father when she was
mhm,
pregnant with me, just a few months, and I didn't meet him for 20 more years. And
dang.
it was just it was actually my mom's brothers who kind of convinced her like this isn't good for you and this isn't good for the baby. So, did you kind of have this moment where you were like, I need to take care of the baby, and like does it reprioritize things when you're going through a breakup during a pregnancy?
So I understand what you're asking, which part or what do you mean?
Just like what did you already know that things were kind of not going to work out, or were you just
Oh, okay. I stayed in hopes that things would change. I stayed hoping that, this was gonna work, and it just never did, and I was kind of forced to have to do this on my own.
and do you have family with you out there
Oh
or
my god. Yeah, I have all my mom's side. My mom came out for a month. I have so many friends and family just wanting to help me and because I am who I am, I say no a lot because I'm such a control freak. So I'm like, no, I got it. I'm good. Now I'm like, okay, I'm drowning.
oh so the pregnancy and the birth has kind of taught you to be able to ask friends and family for help now?
Probably. I mean, that's probably why men struggle with me is because I am so independent too. Not saying that that's what the situation was, but I know men struggle with me because I am so independent and I think I can do everything and I don't need them. So,
Yeah, my wife would love you because she's the same way. She's like, I got it.
yeah.
I don't need, and I like that. And I think the right kind of maybe strong man likes that who doesn't want maybe his ego stroked and
Yeah.
he can pursue
Well,
you.
well, I don't know. They're all taken, I guess, but also it takes for a single mom too. So maybe that's what my calling was. I don't know, buddy.
Yeah, look at Liam. He's so excited.
He's
He's
loving it.
very early on in his career here with Bachelor Rush Hour. He but I'm doing this series of paternity leave style interviews because I'm going to be we're having our baby next week. So it was
Oh,
my
so
goal
close.
it was my goal to ask those in the Bachelor Nation for any tips or advice. How's the fourth trimester been as far as recovering from the crazy experience and
Hmm.
becoming a whole new version of yourself?
Yeah. I don't feel like I've lost myself like some people say. I've embraced it more. I'm recovered pretty great. Almost at 6 weeks. But I think the thing that just struggles is I'm one human doing this all alone, and I can't. I've had people reach out saying just with a partner, it's even hard. So just to be able to do this full time alone is pretty eye opening. But like when they scream and you're just like, oh my God, like I'm not saying this is going to sound so bad. I see why they say the shaken baby syndrome is so real because you're just like, oh my God, like what's happening? Why are you screaming at me? And you just figure it out and you got to be gentle because, they're just trying to communicate with you. But um, I, I feel like I'm going insane sometimes.
Well, we've read literature that literally tells you may want to shake your baby. You may actually, and it's
Yeah.
like we don't tell you this because you are going to, but we're telling you to not feel
Yeah.
like you're
Yeah.
alone in that it's a
I would
struggle.
never shake him, but I'm just saying I see where it comes from.
And are you and then I guess in the coming months and years you'll learn what he needs to feel loved
Yeah.
versus what you need. Have you
Yeah.
what would you say is your love language, whether it be in a relationship or through your family? Like what
Yeah.
what feeds you?
So mine is touch and words of affirmation.
Oh, great.
So touch is great because I can just touch them all the time, hold them.
And it seems as if they've kind of changed the way society says you're supposed to treat your baby. I feel like my
Oh,
generation was like, let them cry themselves to sleep, And
yeah.
how are you mothered versus what changes have you wanted to make for you being a mother?
I mean, I love my mom dearly. She's amazing. I think this is what you're asking. Um, she wasn't very affectionate, but she was like verbally just amazing. Like my mom's the best mom I could ever ask for. But I think with him, I just want to make sure I'm very affectionate with him. Um, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah, like I mean, I've read some
My
really.
brain is fried.
Oh, no worries. I mean, is it true the mommy brain? Like you did you
It's worse when you have a baby. I think it's worse now than when I was pregnant.
We were
Yeah.
shocked. I mean, people can go back and look at your Instagram. You were running around on your Instagram pregnant. You looked like you were your
I
legs.
was. I did well. I wasn't sick. I felt great. I wasn't tired. I was go, go, go. For given everything that was happening behind scenes that no one still knows about. But um I was living the dream and now I'm just like cannot get anything done.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope you can give yourself a lot of grace because
I am.
you're not supposed to be able to have get anything done. You're being a mom, especially in this like
Yeah.
early age, just feels like what a full-time job. How do you like? Have you gone back to work or like content
New.
like influencing? Like, what else do you have going on?
So, okay, I'm dying to get a ton of content done, but again, life is so crazy. This apartment is a wreck. So, um, it sucks. We're back in the apartment life, but I'm grateful that we have a nice, place over our heads. But content and Instagram, I'm back into influencing, which is really fun. I'm excited to make a lot of content with him. I am not going back to work for 12 weeks, thank God. We got some we got schedules to get on first. But I was gonna say one thing I am proud of is like when you look at your baby and you see them growing and getting like kind of the roles, you're like, okay, I'm doing good. He's surviving.
Yeah, it's like your job's just to make sure. I actually related back to this. I was telling my wife how in our neighborhood there was someone mowing their lawn on one of those ride-on mowers, and they went right into the street. And when you're on a ride-on mower, it's so
Yeah.
loud, you kind of forget your environment, and a lot of times you do something stupid because like you don't have all your senses there. And I kind of feel like when you're a young parent, there's so much going on that you might make a mistake that you wouldn't have normally made and you're like not getting the same sleep. So that sort
Uh-huh.
of it's not like torture in the sense that it's a bad experience, but not getting enough sleep can just lead us to not have the capacity to make, critical thinking. So how's your sleep?
Absolutely.
Are you like, how have you had to change your schedule with the newborn?
It's just crazy because the whole pregnancy I was sleeping 8 hours and it was great. He's a good sleeper at night. I am grateful for that. We wake up about 2 to 3 times a night. Usually get him to sleep about 8 or 9. That's usually good for us.
He's
I don't
smiling.
really have I don't
he,
I
lo-
know
he
he's
loves to he loves to hear you talk. He's just
I
smiling.
know he's so sweet. But I will say like the few, when he does go see his dad for a few hours, I'll forget like a bunch of stuff. Like I forgot his bottles and he had nothing. And I was like, shit, I got to turn around and go get that. And like, it's the sleep is, yeah. And then by the end of the day, you can't even, I feel like I can't take care of him fully. I'm just like, please go to sleep. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
Now, normally when a relationship,
Talking to you, I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest with you.
no, you sound great, and we really appreciate the time, because I know it must be, busy, and I tell you what though, just looking at Liam in your arms, it feels relaxing to me. I'm like, oh, this kid's he looks like a happy baby. And one of the biggest fears we had to write down all of our fears with one of like a birthing coach, and
Oh
one
yeah.
of mine was like, I don't want a sad baby, and like I don't want to
No.
feel have allergies or have skin issues. Like I don't want, and it's very selfish because so many people go through so many bigger issues with their baby, but you just want to like experience it to its full extent. What kind of
Yeah.
fears did you have as far as being a mom going into this? And have you sort of resolved those fears because you just kind of kicked into mom mode?
Yeah. I think SIDS, I was absolutely like just scared of the infant death thing, like what, you know, the not breathing. I'm always checking if he's breathing. Um,
And is that a fear that's
a
still
new no, not too bad now. I think mom mode has kicked in and I know what I'm really getting in the swing of things. Now a new fear that just like I get so freaked out just thinking about it is like holding him and then something fall like dropping him. It is one of my biggest fears right now is just accidentally dropping him trying to do something.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like,
Yeah.
what do you have like a carrier mode that you like? I've seen a lot of the Moby wraps and things.
He is stubborn. Yeah, we're still trying to get used to the wrap. He's picky when he wants it or when he'll let me. Um, he's a stubborn dude.
Well, it takes after his mom, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get those mom arms you get when you're slinging the kid around all day, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I've got the like one hand down. That I want to take a video of because it's gold. Like I've got that down.
I love the little
Yeah.
technologies. They have that belt that has like a stoop on one side, so when the baby's a little bit older, they kind of
Oh yeah.
sit on the
Hmm.
hip.
Yeah, I
Um,
want one of those.
yeah, we'll have to get you one.
Oh
Now,
gosh.
like I was gonna say, when you go through a breakup, normally you can go no contact or whatever. How has your communication style had to adjust to going through a breakup, but also having to still coordinate, sharing, the baby and things like that?
So to be candid, obviously I haven't really talked about it, but we're going through courts right now to do everything. We're communicating minimally. We that's our biggest thing is we just don't communicate very well. Um, so it hasn't been pretty, and we're not on a set schedule yet. So like today, he'll take him for 2 hours. So
Well, I think that's good, and I won't pry, but I think it's
yeah,
good sometimes if you have to get the courts involved, just to keep everything on books
yeah,
and just to take
it's the
care of
only
it.
way it's gonna happen.
And it might seem like a lot of work right now, but hopefully that's something
Yeah,
that sets in a good practice for a long time. And you know, yeah. But
yeah.
what are your hopes as a mom here for your boy, and like what are your goals for the next couple of years?
I just read something today about a single mom thing actually, and it was just like, you could probably attest to this, but you watched your mom get through the struggles and just do everything alone, and she had to do it. Like there was no getting around it. She was tough, and but at the same time, she gave you all of her absolute love that she has, and that's kind of my goal. Is I genuinely just want him to be a respectable gentleman, like know, like, I want him to know that he's loved beyond measure. That's just my goal. I want him to be so happy.
That's very sweet and selfless, and
Yeah.
like I say, the relationship. If I can speak to Liam here, 38
Yeah.
years in the future, is that the love and
Yeah.
respect I have for my mom doesn't go unnoticed, and I felt that even as a kid, and I think you're going to get a lot of green lights because I think society, when they see kind of the plight of a single mom, I think they do give you a little bit of sort of an extra benefit of the doubt because it's a tough position to be in. And you got all of us rooting you on. So,
Yeah.
anything else that you want to say
Well,
before I let
I
you
was
go?
gonna add to that. I was just gonna say something selfish though, is like to add to that, it's like because I am full time with him for the most part, and with everything gonna happen, I want him to remember, I'm the one that took care of you.
Yeah, mom gets
So
exactly.
then there's that selfish part that I'm like, just remember, we're buds
Yeah.
here.
Which is, I mean, that's what's tough because you might have to play the enforcer, but I think
Yeah.
I think you'll handle it well. And
Yeah.
if I'd love to, your boy Liam's gonna be a couple months older than ours, but we're a week away.
Yeah.
So
I
well,
know, congrats. I'm so excited to see your baby.
oh, thank you. And we are too. It's so funny to like not, you see the ultrasound, you see the digital scans, but
Mhm.
you don't know till they come out what their
But
personality is
did
going
you
to
get
be.
the 3D one that you can see their face?
We did, but he had his cord wrapped around, so
Oh,
they kind of
shoot.
they did their
Okay.
best to like move around, but
Yeah.
he was kind of like hard to capture. He looks cute, but
I was
um,
gonna say, because if you match their face, he looks just like his ultrasound picture. It was crazy when he's sleeping.
oh, how
It's
cute.
identical. Yeah.
So a
So
question I'm asking all of the alumni as I capture them here is, would you let Liam do Bachelor in 20 years if the show's still around?
no. Um, but there is something in the works possibly that we may be doing soon that's on the DL.
Oh,
So
fun. I was gonna ask, but
yeah.
maybe this would spoil it, but are there any shows that you would consider doing in the reality world?
Um, we'll see if this one works out, but I'll
Okay.
keep you guys posted.
We're we are waiting with bated breath. Make sure you keep getting your sleep, and we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us today, and congrats
Yeah,
on the
thanks for
beautiful,
having me.
healthy baby. Yeah, of course.
Thank
Come
you.
back anytime and let
You as
us
well.
know how everything's going. Thanks, Liam.
See you later.